Students, in last lecture we have studied about the bipolar junction transistor, and in this today's lecture we will discuss about the bipolar transistor configurations. We have seen a little bit introduction about it in the previous lecture, and in today's lecture we will discuss it in detail. So the bipolar transistor configurations, these are the three types. First one is the common base configuration, second one is the common emitter configuration, and third one is the common collector configuration. So we will discuss all these three configurations one by one. So first of all we are discussing the common base configuration. So about the common base configuration, as from the name here the word we are using, that common base, it means the base is common. Now the base is common at what point? For which things it is common? So base is common for the input signal as well as for the output signal. Why we say so that the base is common between the input side as well as at the output side? Because when we are having the common base configuration, then the input signal is applied between the emitter terminal and the base terminal, and the output we are taking at the points of base and the collector. So here you see this, the base is common. The base here, it is also used at the input side as well as it is also used at the output side. That's why we say this, the base is common in such type of configuration. And when we are using the word common, then you may say that the base is grounded here, or it may be connected to any reference voltage point. Common means this, that it is connected to the ground or to some reference voltage. So we are having its configuration, it's a figure here where it is very clear for you that basically what is the common base configuration. Here you see this is the emitter terminal and this is the base terminal, and the V in signal is applied here between the emitter and the base terminal. As well as you see this, the output is taken at the collector and the base terminal, and here the base is grounded. That's why such type of configuration is known as the common base configuration. As we have discussed in the last lecture, that the working of an emitter is to provide the charges. There are large amount of charges, or you may say if there are a large amount of charges, then a large amount of current is flowing in the emitter, and basically that emitter current, it is the sum of the base current as well as the collector current. So it means the emitter current that is providing the current to the base as well as to the collector. So the input current flowing into the emitter is quite large, as it's the sum of both the base current and the collector current respectively. Therefore the collector current output is less than the emitter current input, resulting in a current gain for this type of circuit of 1 unity or maybe less than 1. In other words, the common base configuration attenuates the input signal. Here you see one thing, as we said that the emitter current is higher than the base current and the collector current, because IE is equal to IC plus IB. So IE is providing the current to the base and the collector. So it is understood that IE is much greater than IC. So if we are taking the current gain, then it means current gain is equal to I naught over I in. And what is I naught here? The I naught is the collector current, and the collector current is less than emitter current. And what is the input I in? What is the input current? The input current is the emitter current. It may be possible that the emitter current is equal to the collector current if the base current is 0. So we say that the current gain will be equal to 1 if both are equal. But if IE is equal to IC plus IB, if there is some value of base current, then this current gain will be less than 1. This thing has been discussed here, and that current gain is known as the alpha. So we may say that basically the common base configuration, it attenuates the input signal, that the input signal at the output side we are having very less amount of voltage, so it attenuates the input signal basically. So now we will discuss the common base transistor circuit, in which we will see that which current is flowing and which is the high current and which one is the less amount of current is flowing. This type of amplifier, as we have know this, a transistor can be used for the amplification purpose or for the switching purpose. And as you have seen in this figure, at input side we are giving the AC signal. So it means here we are discussing the amplification process. All these configurations are used for the amplification process, that may be the common base, common emitter or the common collector. So in other words, you may say that basically we are discussing the amplification process. So in this type of amplification, it is the amplifier configuration. It is the non-inverting voltage amplifier circuit. In that the signal voltages Vin and Vout are in phase. Now what is meant by the non-inverting voltage amplifier? As from the word non-inverting, it means that this is the amplifier that we are giving having the output at the output terminal that is not inverted. Here we are having a signal, AC signal, as you see this, and at the output side we are having the same polarity. If we are having the same polarity as that of the input signal, that is known as the non-inverting signal. So it is the property of a common base amplifier, that it is basically a non-inverting amplifier, that the signal is not inverted at the output side. That's why we have said this here. It is the non-inverting voltage amplifier circuit. It means that the input voltage and the output voltage both are in phase with each other. This type of transistor arrangement is not very common due to its unusually high voltage gain characteristics. Its input characteristics represents that of a forward biased diode, while the output characteristics represent that of an illuminated photodiode. And here we will see what they are saying. Here you see this is the emitter terminal and this is the base terminal, and basically this is NPN transistor. So the emitter is negative and the base is positive here. And here you see this is the collector is negative and this is positive, and this collector is connected with the negative supply of the DC supply, negative terminal, and it is connected with the positive terminal. And here this emitter is connected with the positive and the base is connected with negative. So it means the input side is the reverse biased while the output side is forward biased. The input side junction, the common base junction, is reverse biased, while the common collector base junction, that is the forward biased. And one more thing that we have in this circuit is, one mistake here. You see this, basically this is not the NPN transistor, basically it is the PNP transistor. I have confused about the symbol of it. We have studied earlier that when the current is going inward from the emitter terminal, then it is the PNP transistor. So here you see this is positive, this is negative, and this is also positive. So the input junction is forward biased, as it has been mentioned here. The input characteristics represent that of the forward biasing of the diode. So there the base emitter junction is forward biased, and at the output side you see this, the collector is positive and this is negative, and here reverse biasing. So when we say this, where the forward biasing is, then the resistance is less, and when there is the reverse biasing, then it means that the resistance has been increased. That's why no current flows in it. So in such type of bipolar transistor configuration, it has the high ratio of output to input resistance, or more importantly load resistance to input resistance, giving it to the value of resistance gain, because the output junction that is reverse biased and the input junction is the forward biased. So now we see this, that what will be the gain, what will be the voltage gain. So AB that represents the voltage gain, that is equal to the V out over V in. So what is V out? V out is, we are taking the V out at the across the load resistor and the current IC is flowing in it. So V out is equal to ICRL. So that's it has been mentioned here. And what is the input? Input is here at across the R in resistance and I is flowing in it. So I in R in, that is the input, V in, that is the input voltage, where IC over I is the current gain alpha, that is known as alpha, and RL over R in is the resistance gain. The common base circuit is generally only used in single stage amplifier circuits such as microphone preamplifier or the radio frequency amplifier due to its very good high frequency response. That's why we use it. Basically this is the application of a common base amplifier, you may say this common base configuration. Now comes towards the common emitter configuration. So here the word common emitter, so it means that emitter is common between the input signal as well as at the output signal. So in common emitter or grounded emitter configuration, the input signal is applied between the base and the emitter, while the output is taken between the collector and the emitter. So here again emitter is common between the input and the output sides. This type of configuration is most commonly used in circuits for the transistor based amplifier, which represents the normal method of bipolar transistor connection. So here the connection of it is, you may see this, the emitter is grounded here and the input side is between emitter and the base, and here you see this, the output side is between collector and the emitter. And here we are using the NPN transistor as current is flowing towards the emitter circuit, emitter terminal. So this is the NPN transistor. Here you see this, the input junction, that is base emitter junction, that is forward biased, because emitter is negative and the base is positive, so it is forward biased. And the output terminal, here you see this, the output side is, that is between the emitter and the collector. Here you see this, emitter is negative and the collector is also negative, but emitter is connected with the negative terminal of the supply and collector is connected with the positive terminal of the supply. So this is forward biased with respect to emitter, as emitter is negative and the DC supply, the terminal is also negative. So the common emitter amplifier configuration, it produces the highest current and the power gain of all the three bipolar junction transistor. And why it is so? Because here the input impedance, or you may say this, the input resistance, basically the impedance we are using when we are using the AC signal, then instead of using the word resistance we use the word impedance, because in impedance we are having the resistive part as well as we are having the capacitive or the inductive part, then we use the word of impedance. So at the input side the impedance is low. Why it is low? As I said earlier, because the input junction is forward biased, and at the output side the output impedance is high because it is taken from the reverse biased PN junction. Now you see this, we have using the term that the reverse biased PN junction. Now why it is reverse biased? Here you see this, as I said this is forward biased with respect to emitter, but collector is also negative, and the this negative collector is connected with the positive terminal of the supply. So it means with respect to this collector the output junction is reverse biased. We will ignore this thing that with respect to emitter it is forward biased. Why we will ignore it? Because the emitter is already grounded. So, and the second thing is this, we are taking the output at the emitter side. We are taking the output at the collector. So that's why we say this, the output junction is reverse biased, and when it is reverse biased then it means the impedance is high at the output side. So basically this is the common emitter amplifier circuit, and in this type of configuration the current flowing out of the transistor must be equal to the currents flowing into the transistor as the emitter current, because we know that IE is equal to IC plus IB, and we use the term flowing out of the transistor because the IE is flowing out from the transistor, and that must be equal to the currents that are flowing into the transistor. IB is also flowing into the transistor as well as the IC is also flowing into the transistor. As the emitter current for the common emitter configuration is defined as the IE is equal to IC plus IB, the ratio of IC over IE, that is known as alpha. We have discussed it in the common base configuration, and this is given in the symbol as alpha. Note that the value of alpha always be less than equal to 1, or it may be equal to 1. It may be less than 1 or it may be equal to 1. Any small change in the base current will result in a much larger change in the collector current, because it is the relationship. Because of this, IE is equal to IC plus IB. So by combining the expressions, we know this. Here you see this alpha is equal to IC over IB, and now another thing is this beta. And what is beta? Beta is the ratio of current between IC and IB. So these are the basic parameters, alpha and beta, and both are giving us the currents. Basically the ratios of current, it is giving us the gains, current gain. So from this relationship we can derive some other expressions as, so alpha is equal to IC over IE and the beta is equal to IC over IB. So from here we are calculating the value of IC. IC is equal to alpha IE. So what is alpha IE? Here IC is equal to alpha IE, and from here you can also calculate the value of IC. So IC is equal to beta IB. That's why we are writing it as IC is equal to alpha IE, that is equal to beta IB. So from here you can find out the value of alpha as well as you can find out the value of beta. So alpha is equal to beta over beta plus 1 and beta is equal to alpha over 1 minus alpha. You can simply calculate it from this equation. So IE is equal to IC plus IB, where IC is the current that is flowing into the collector terminal, IB is the current that is flowing into the base terminal, and IE is the current that is flowing out from the emitter terminal. This type of bipolar transistor configuration has a greater input impedance, current and the power gain than that of the common base configuration, but its voltage gain is much lower. The common emitter configuration is an inverting amplifier circuit. It means that at input side, which polarity of the cycle we are having, at the output side we will have the reverse of it. So such type is known as the inverting amplifier circuit, or in other words you may say that there is a phase shift of 180 degrees. The cycle is converted, half cycle, when you discuss about the half cycles, then they have changed their value at 180 degree. So the common emitter configuration, it is an inverting amplifier circuit. It means that the resulting output signal has a 180 degree phase shift with regards to the input voltage signal. Now in the next we are discussing the common collector configuration, that is the last configuration. In the common collector, as we say this, the collector is grounded. The collector is connected to the ground through the supply, thus the collector terminal is common to both the input and the output. The input signal is connected directly to the base terminal, while the output signal is taken across the emitter load resistor. Now we will discuss this in the figure. This type of configuration is commonly known as the voltage follower or emitter follower circuit. The common collector or the emitter follower configuration is very useful for impedance matching application because of its very high input impedance in the region of hundreds of thousands of ohms, while having a relatively low output impedance. Here is the circuit. Here you see this, the collector is grounded using a supply, a DC supply. So it is grounded here. The input is applied at the base terminal while the output is taken across the emitter having a resistor here. So its circuit, the common emitter configuration has a current gain approximately equal to the beta value of the transistor itself. However, in the common collector configuration, the load resistance is connected in series with the emitter terminal. So its current is equal to that of the emitter current. That is, you may say this, IC is approximately equal to IE in this case. As the emitter current, that is the sum of the IC and IB, and always remember this, IE is equal to IC plus IB. The amount of IB current is very less. You may say this, it is approximately equal to 0. So in always amplification, when we are discussing the transistor as an amplifier, we say this, that IE is approximately equal to IC. The emitter current, that is the combination of collector and the base current combined. The load resistance in this type of transistor configuration also has both the collector current and the input current of the base that is flowing through it. So here is, we are having IE is equal to IC plus IB. So the current gain, that is equal to IE over IB. Why? Because we are taking the output at the emitter terminal and taking the input at the base terminal. And what is IE? IE is equal to IC plus IB. So by putting its value and solving it, AI, that is current gain, is equal to IC over IB plus 1. So this type of bipolar transistor configuration, it is the non-inverting circuit, in that the signal voltages of V in and V out are in phase. The common collector configuration has a voltage gain of about 1 unity gain, thus it can be considered as a voltage buffer since the voltage gain is unity in it. Now if we discuss about the load resistor of this common collector transistor, then it is having the base current as well as it is also having the collector current. So it means the current gain is very high in the case of common collector configuration. So we may say this, that if we compare it with that of the common emitter, then it is having as compared to the common emitter configuration. Actually, the common collector configuration, it gives us the good current gain while giving us the very little voltage gain. So when we we have discussed the 3 different types of the bipolar transistor configuration. So we can summarize it by having the relationship here, and here in all these last slides, these are the relationships between the currents and the voltage and all about its gain. All these are about the current gains. And here you may see this is the symbols of, this is basically the common base, this is the common emitter, and this is the common collector. And here is also a relationship for the characteristics, and we discuss different characteristics of common base, common emitter and common collector. You will study it by yourself, and simply these are all those things that we have discussed in today's lecture. And if you have any confusion or any question regarding it, then you may discuss it with me during the question answer session. Thank you.